What's up, everybody? My name is Fortifier. I'm a retro variety streamer. Play a bunch of games from the 70s all the way to now. Always on true hardware when I can. And tonight, because my grandmother was in town for my graduation, my corrections graduation, we're gonna do some Tetris. We're gonna pick up where we left off. Now, her favorite is Tetris Classic. My favorite is the Grandmaster. We'll both play those just kind of to de-rust and enjoy and just hang out with y'all. And thank you everybody for coming by. I always appreciate it. What's up, Kreb? King Creole, Trim, it's always nice to see you. As far as our adventure into continuing Tetris, the next one we need to play is the next Tetris, which is on PlayStation 1, and she's not a huge fan of the newer Tetrises because they try too hard, right? It's really easy to overcomplicate Tetris. So, has she played Effect? No, because we've done Rules of Release, so we've played probably about 30 different Tetris games over the course of the few times that she's, come to visit. But I remember I showed you a demo of Tetris Effect, and you were like, yeah. Because it's like, she doesn't care about anything outside the box. Like, all of these colors can be going on, but all she cares about is what's going on in the playing field. So, what's up, Baz? How are you? What's up, everybody over on YouTube, for anybody who's joining us today? We're going to go ahead and get started with Tetris Classic, because if I go in playing Tetris Grandmaster, I'm gonna be way too fast, and it's gonna be a really bad day. Really bad day. By the way, we are in an RPG stop thing, and also I apologize for not streaming last night. I actually got called for a surprise double. We had full intentions to play this on Saturday and Sunday because we usually do 2 days of this, but I got pulled in hard. So it's nice to have a mode that isn't versus. I agree. Alright, let's go ahead and we have the Tetris logo. Boop. And start. Hopefully it fits, right? Oh, this website's really slow today. Really slow. Too slow for me. Let's go ahead and download it. We'll just play it. No, it's... my abandonware is kind of gnarly sometimes. Alright, Tetris Classic, which I'm pretty sure I have, but we'll just double check. DOS. Problem is, we got so many Tetrises, I don't know. I'm going to assume that Tetris C is Tetris Classic. We're also going to try to make sure that's actually fitting the screen. There we go. Alright, CD. Let's go to C drive, directory, CD Tetris, C. Directory /P so we can see everything. And Tetris C. And we want VGA and Sound Blaster. There we go. Has she ever played Wordtris? I don't know. Have you ever played Wordtris? No, Wordles and Wordtris are two very, very, very different things. I know you played Facetris and you hated it, and I hated it. The one where you gotta make the stupid faces. Alright, why is this not working? Come on. I just want to share it. Thank you. Alright. Oh, that won't do. I want the music. There we go. Gotta have the music. Now remember, for this you only need the arrow keys, nothing crazy. Do you remember the furthest level you ever made it on this? I don't either. That's gonna be a crummy situation with this. Give her a big hug. I give her a hug every night. It's gonna be one of those choose your battle kind of nights, I can already tell. At one point you did, and then you got carpal tunnel from it. I think carpal tunnel, I really do think that was a byproduct of you playing so much Tetris all the time. Oh, arthritis. Is that what we call them now? That cruel... I actually made it really far in this the other day. I don't remember, because I play this every night just to keep my skills up. I don't play this version though, but that could have been bad. Divina. Little knock. Thanks for the raid!
Attention all units, Central Dispatch.
What's up, old man?
Be advised, we have a 1075 in progress with multiple victims. Respond to raid alarm. All units respond. Code 3.
We're actually doing very well. Fingers crossed. So if we can keep it low, we'll be set up for whenever it really starts pushing them. But one thing I have to get used to is that the colors they seem to be different for every single different like Tetris game. So when I see yellow, I'm like, all right, is it supposed to go here? Is it supposed to go? Right. Oh, now you're giving me the crap. That'll help. So that one. Nevermore. I'm in a rough spot right now. Just take it bit by bit. It's not over till it's over. It's always that one piece that throws you off. Oh no, absolutely you did. I remember seeing it on the screen.
Oh my God, you're gonna lift it.
Just stand up a little bit.
Right.
Better.
And
then get this out of your face, and we'll have it aimed down. If I remember right, I always turn it up just a little bit.
This is what I use. Huh?
Yep, left and right. What's up, Trenton? Just go hit down, and then enter. If that light's bothering your face, let me know. Get it pulled out. What a rotten start. This is Tetris Classic. This is the Tetris that I feel like most people know about. How's the audio? How's the sound check?
You asking me?
No, I'm asking.
I figured you could hear the same as I.
A little low, but we can hear you. I mean, I can always just kind of. Yeah, she's teaching me how to play Tetris. That's right. That's how it's always been, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Davina could probably show me how to do it. Would probably do it faster than me.
I've let her play Tetris before. She just holds down the button, and she thinks it's funny to let everything fall down.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Morbid? Can we get a shout out for Morbid? Prospect for Team Safe Space. It's the one thing I hate about this game is that the music doesn't keep going, and it's so quiet.
The reason is probably because you fast.
And then it comes back randomly.
I'm too slow. It goes to sleep.
I've been good. Thanks for asking. Who is this gorgeous lady? This is my grandmother. The next time you come down, what we'll do is we'll get I'll acquire through various channels the full version of the 3D Space Cadet pinball that used to be on Windows.
Yeah.
Did you know that that's a part of a 3-game series? Right? Yeah, so everybody got that free one board that everybody played, 3D Space Cadet, but there's a pirate one and there's a dragon one as well. Yes? You want to come sit? You want to sit with Daddy? Yes.
Yes.
You gotta sit with Daddy. You can't touch anything. Come on, hurry up before Robin.
Too late, huh?
Nope, I got her.
Oh, good.
Hurry up. Come on. Get your toys. Oh no. Come sit in Daddy's lap. Oh, come here. No, Oka's busy. You can come sit with me.
Hey, sweetie.
There you go.
Right there, right there. Hurry, say what do I want? That, there's the two that's.
Just drop it down. Yeah. It'll set you up for a Z piece if you do get one, or that square. That's another reason why I like the Grandmaster so much better, is that it's more balanced. You're going to get a certain piece every single time. You're not going to wait 30 rounds for a line piece.
Really?
Sorry. Did I scare you? I didn't mean to scare you. You shook hands with a deep fryer? That's horrible. Ugh. What's up, Zool? How you doing?
Attention all units, Central Dispatch, be advised, we have a 1075 in progress with multiple victims. Respond to raid alarm, all units respond, code 3.
By the way, I didn't really get to do any raid thing for Old Man, but if you're not following Old Man Sim, you should. Fantastic streamer, great YouTuber. He's a moderator here for a reason. I consider him a very close friend, so please go over there, give him some love. He's playing Ninja Gaiden 4 today. What? I love you. Thanks. What's up, merch? Yeah, last night I pulled a surprise double, so, yeah. I didn't get home till like midnight. I just said screw it and drop it if they would have cleared the line anyway. That's my days off are right now are Thursday and Friday, but it's just kind of keeps going. I appreciate that more, but it's good to see you. This is DOS Tetris, yeah. This is Tetris Classic. This is the one that this is our go-to. I think in her opinion there's not a better Tetris than this. It's so simple, it's big, you can see it. Stop kicking the chair. I'm just gonna tuck it. Ah!
See, that's enough to just finish me off.
You can cuss here? Yes, you can. There are no... I deactivated the sound effects for a reason, but it's because I have very select sound effects that I don't want people... That's recoverable, it'll just take you a few lines.
Yeah. I got to be bored until
It's gotta be no different than me. Don't talk to him.
You're good at it.
Now? I assure you they don't think it's boring. Is this she the grandma you talk about with PC and the games you got to play on the... Yeah, absolutely. Torrance Passage, that adventure game I used to play all the time at your house? The point and click game.
What?
So there was a point and click game I used to play at your house all the time. Here,
Six.
show you. I got the big box of it. I don't know if I showed you that.
I want to see something pretty. See something pretty. Baby shark. Yeah, there's baby shark. She said. You want to go to the next one now?
Yeah. We're gonna get to like the faster and faster Tetris, so might as well. They had Tetris Red Bulls yesterday. That sounds really awesome, and I want one now. Alright, now it's my turn to play the one that kicks my butt all the time. Really well? Yeah, okay.
Ready. Go.
They were already in a bad spot. I know when to step away from a bad setup. Give me a square. Just for that stage, just for the first one. Yeah, trust me. I wish it stuck around because it'd make it so much easier, but... That I made to rank 1 once, but that's not even the end of the ranks. They go up to like Grandmaster and all these other fancy ranks. It gets hard. And in some cases, just bullshit because it's so hard. See how it's not showing me anymore? Yeah, but I don't think it would be able to recover from this now. flip it! This is what I'm talking about. It gets to be just nonsense whenever it gets high. Alright, we'll try one more time.
Okay.
Does Grandma know how you have so many bald-headed mods? It's true, I acquire them. It's like the not-racist skinhead group. He collects them like bowling balls. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this was an arcade game, so it had to be all, like, loud. Like Yifri? Was it Yifri loud? I forgot about Yifri. It's a meme from a simpler time. Don't ban Yifri, he did nothing wrong. He was just a boy. This here, I can build my platforms like I usually do. Like that. Just keep that process going. Better save than I thought it was going to be. And the game gets really mean. Like it's like this calm before the storm. Or whenever things go horribly wrong with this game, it just gets blisteringly unfair. I should have recorded it the other day. Because it'll turn purple, and then it'll get really slow, and then it'll just start dropping damn near instantaneously. We're almost at 200 lines now, so. Alright, so you see how slow it gets?
Why was it so fast? And then,
Because it's screwing you over. It's trying to get you. It's giving you a little bit of a break. What's up, baby? Okay. Yeah. Yeah? Okay. I don't speak baboon, so I don't know what you're saying. Baby. Yeah, what's up, baby? we go. It's starting to get there. It's level 3. Ah. See how fast it is?
Whoa, you do it.
Won't let me. That was really hard. It was at this moment. Yeah, no, it's very easy to get to that point too. It's very easy. You want to try it? It's not as bad as you think, but now understand, Z will turn it left, X will turn it right. So if you don't want to worry about that, you can just hit the button over and over until it turns. There's no like push up to rotate it kind of thing.
Oh shoot. It's out of my league for sure.
And after you do this, we'll keep going on our little Tetris journey.
Okay.
I'll get this out of your face.
So it's
BK Nostalgia 64. I actually didn't finish it.
Z and X?
Yeah, here, I'll let you.
Ready. Go.
And how do I get it down? Do it over here?
You push down. No, go fast.
Yeah.
I don't even think I made it to the first world because I have rules to where if a game has something from a game I've never played, I don't play it. It's just because it violates the rules of release. I mean, it looked cool.
I'm getting used to it. Because this is score-based Tetris, so clearing the lines really just doesn't. You might be getting promoted soon. Faster?
I made it to level, like ranking 1, I think once before it was just like immeasurably hard.
No. Two.
No,
Not
it's
fast
fine.
enough.
That's not the case at all. I'll do one more round of this just because
Okay.
I like to see. I want to see if I can get higher without Davina saying, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." Small line out. Give me a line piece. Give me a line piece.
Remember, that.
Yes, so it's your grade versus what level you're on. So your level changes every single time the piece drops. That's why it goes so quick. A lot of the people in Japan hated how slow, like you had to get 10 for a line, or 10 for a level. They're like, what if every single one made it faster? But the grade is based on like how much time passes versus how many lines is cleared. So far, I gotta manage because line pieces don't tend to kick out well once you're halfway through the screen. Sounds like it's thundering outside. We're gonna have a really bad time in about 5 levels. Oh. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like it ignores where you want to put it. And then you get in a shitty situation like this. Yeah. That's the highest score I've had in a long time.
Wow. Yep.
Oh, look at that. I was away from...
Oh, shoot.
Just one away from 300. Oh, sorry. Good job, Granny. Don't call her Granny. She's not. She'll kick your ass if you call her Granny. Alright, so let's go ahead and get, let's start our next one. It's called the Next Tetris. I think. The Next Tetris for PlayStation 1. And I'll play it first so we understand how it plays. And then, yeah. This is going to be on PlayStation 1, so this would have come out in the mid-90s. Extract this here. We're gonna open up Duck Station, which is an emulator for it. Basically, play PS1 games on here. And then rescan all games. The Next Tetris. Here we go. So we might have to play this on this, but I'll see if I can use arrow keys just to make it a little bit easier on here. So this is Elorg. That's the Russian company. No, that's when the original Tetris came out, 87. It looks like we have a cutscene. I guess that's how Tetris work. I never really stopped to think of what if we gave the Tetraminos falling a backstory, and that's what it looked like. They fall down the ravine. Was Grandma the OG gamer who passed the gaming genes to you? No, I'm pretty sure you said it was my fault you got into Tetris because I had it on Game Boy.
Yeah.
Alright, this should not take this long. This is a problem. Alright, do we have a speed up? Because there's some weird things. There's some shenanigans. I hear Davina. Alright, we're gonna have to see if we can get another version. That one's not working. That was the next Tetris PS1. I apologize for that. Not every ROM is going to be perfect, and I don't own this game. I own Tetris Plus, which we can play on True Hardware, but I do not own this one. So, yeah. All right. We're a little tap, 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 tap.
Very lightly.
What's up, Davina? What?
You want me to give?
Yeah, she can come in. Let's see if this one will work a little bit better. Gotta be good in here. When did you last update the duck? I never did. Ever. The duck. There's your problem. I don't want to update it. Hasbro. And this is a company violation where we are currently checking out Atari games, but when it comes to Tetris, I really don't care. Because I try to avoid playing these until...
What?
You want Baba?
Okay, I'll go fix it.
There's an update to Duck Hunt? No, to Duck Station.
Stay right here.
Oh, really? I thought they weren't supporting it anymore. There we go. Making some food right now, but still listening and watching, I swear. What are you making? There's Tetris Classic on this? Oh, she's gonna have a field day with that. Let's play the next Tetris, though. Dankstein? No.
The bottom row of blocks to win.
Shut up.
Pieces of different colors will fall apart.
Well, it looks like shit, but I think that's the emulation. Wow. Why are my pieces all bloody? Oh, I see. It's stupid. guy. Oh, yeah? I like Daddy too. This one looks like shit. That's what I was saying. If this is what this was supposed to like natively look like, I can't give it a good grade. But it says it's got Tetris Classic on here. So I'm kind of curious to see if that's what we think it is. Can you give me anything good? Thank you. Why are they flipping out like that? Yeah, isn't it? Like, I understand what they were trying to do. They're trying to make it where you can, like, chain combos together. Ran out of money. I don't know, because the colors look so similar that there's no point. And apparently I'm on a timer, but I can't get low enough to clear everything. And it's not like it's giving me any line pieces. See, like I can make what looks like big old blood stains, but that does nothing for me. Probably. Yeah, let's just restart. Restart game. Yes. Oh my god, this is... I'm not a fan of the color design either.
Clear the bottom row of blocks to win.
Okay, so I get that. Clear the bottom row of blocks. Okay.
Pieces of different colors will fall apart.
And that's great and all, but it adds so much unnecessary... Like, it's not even a good challenge. And all that means nothing if you don't give me the pieces I need to do it.
Congratulations. It's level 2. I guess they couldn't afford to tell the guy to say level 2. It's crazy. Okay, apparently I could change the music with the right bumper. Not that I could see it because the logo's in the way. You're gonna hate this. There's no method or madness to this. Give me a line. Give me a line. Oh, welcome back, music. How nice of you to join us. I'm gonna look up and see like what this actually looks like, and if this is what it looks like, this is trash. Davina, don't kick me. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. Makes my back fire up. This is trash. Cancel game. We'll check and see what the Tetris Classic mode looks like. It's the same logo as Tetris Classic.
Emotional damage!
Congrats. They're the same shit-looking bricks. I mean, if I can get to 100 lines, it's a win, so... Sound effects are turned off right now because I don't trust y'all to not play something very offensive to half of humanity at this given moment. Take care. Thank you so much for swinging by. I mean, we're only on level 3 right now. 34 lines. What's up, baby? I thought the ABCs are still on for you. Okay. I'm gonna be a 12. I'm already halfway there. We're already at 56 lines. Looks like I got cell phone service.
Why? Hold on, I'm at 90 lines, baby. It's still like not even as hard as Tetris Classic would have been. But you can't. That's another thing I'm gonna dig on this. They use the same logo as Tetris Classic. This is not Tetris Classic. I could probably get 200 before this starts getting difficult. What the hell? It tumbled around the corner. Look at that, see that? So if you don't rotate it just right, you're screwed. That's silly. I have zero mental investment. Yeah, I'll take my 136. I'll take my 136 lines. That was, that's poop. Alright. Let's go ahead and rate that game, and we'll play Price is Right rules, see if anybody can get some good boy points from that. That was the next Tetris. LMN. The next Tetris, I'm going to say that game costs 20 bucks. I always go in increments of 20 so it can be fair to y'all. I did get 136 lines. What would you rate that? On a scale of A to F, and if it's really good, it can get an S. If it's really, really good, it gets like the G. Don't worry about that end. It's not an A quad plus, no. Give me a letter. A what? D minus? I think I agree with D minus. There's nothing, there's no like personality to it at all. It's the most, it's so bland. For something to claim it's the next Tetris. Tetris on MSX looks better. A computer from the 80s looks better than that. Alright, Zool says $2. Old man says $4.33. Let's see what that game costs. The next Tetris on PS4. Davina, you gotta be quiet. Davina. You want ABCs? Alright, I'm putting ABCs on. ABCs is on for you. Alright, $4.99. We're all above. We're all above. $4.33. Oh yeah, you're good. I'm stupid, man. I'm kind of an idiot. It's been a very long few days. Alright, old man. 0.9. No, I said $2. Here we go. I'm dumb. I had a stroke. Mental stroke. Alright, welcome back. Alright, the next Tetris. And that's gonna get itself a D-. We'll steal it from here. Okay. So after the next Tetris, we have the new Tetris. On Nintendo 64. What's wrong, Davina? What's wrong, mamas? Oh, they tried newing it up, but it failed? Oh, no. How do I not have the new Tetris? Hey, Davina, if you're gonna cry, you gotta go bye-bye. The new Tetris, Nintendo 64. So, I remember the new Tetris, because the new Tetris was in, like, you remember how some hotels had, Nintendo 64 controllers you could play? It's called LodgeNet. This was one of those games. You can actually get that version if you really, really wanted it. Alright, the new Tetris. Here we go. Nintendo 64. Alright, here we go. See if we get an intro. You gotta put on Baby Shark real quick. I have no idea what that intro was about. There's a few different versions on this one. What's up, Chili? How are you? This is Tetris. This is good. There we go. Now I gotta... Oh, you might be able to play this with keyboard. This is fine.
Okay, so that bottom is really that way.
Okay. So I'm gonna reset it, just so you know, if you push up, it's gonna instantly fire it to the bottom.
Okay,
So bear that in mind.
okay. You can't do that.
No. I mean, you can lower it slowly, but... What song it is. I guess they went with a Mexican theme this time. 'Cause that's I'm gonna play with the voice of the D-pad. Okay. understand. So if you push the left bumper once, so this button, you can actually swap out the pieces. That was the big claim to fame. The music's trash. Change the music. It's tribal drum and bass. It's horrible. Bear in mind, I love electronic music. That's trash. The colors are perfect. I'll turn off the music for you whenever I'll go to the options and turn it off. Yeah, I love the colorations in this one. I'm surprised I never rented this from Blockbuster. I think this would be fun for us. And not even a good circus. The kind that gives you free tickets at the hotel lobby if you ask. Hasn't seemed to have gotten any faster for me. It is, that's what I'm saying. Such distracting music. So the only thing I don't like about this is the piece balance is really strange. I'm getting like the same pieces 5 times in a row. Oh gosh, the music just keeps starting. Yeah. Okay, we'll try it. I'm gonna turn off the music though. Is that funk? It is. Do you at least want that song so it's not like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Looks like it would have
I'll turn down the music level a bit so it's actually like normal. What are wonders? Oh! So we go to each of the worlds that we build based on, you know, how many blocks we put down. So if I was to... That's interesting. Alright, do you want to use the controllers or... keyboard? Alright, it starts off really slow, so you have plenty of time to figure out what each button does. But I think that Z and left and right is all you're going to want to use. Yeah.
Z is down.
Z is rotation, I think. We'll mess around with the buttons. If need be, I'll just reset it for you.
Okay.
So let's see. So if you hit Z, yeah, to
Okay.
rotate. And then,
You can push it down.
yeah, just Z. You push it down. If you push this up button, it'll launch it straight down. But if you hit like regular,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and I'm gonna reset you. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'll hit up. I know it's muscle memory.
Oh.
Do you want to restart?
Yes.
Hit the inner. Can I change your progress? Oh. So against. There you go.
Thank you.
Always need to please start you off with a zigzag or
Why I can't push it underneath it? It'll go on top of it.
Sure you can. You just gotta pass it first. You gotta understand that's the shadow.
Yeah. Well, that's where I
No,
want
no,
it.
no. This is where it's gonna land right now. Here, move to the left. Let it pass a little bit, then just tuck it under like you would in the other piece.
Okay. Okay. Don't push them down.
I wouldn't because it's very finicky.
So I
So
what
now
I
you
did.
start moving. Move to the right.
No. Ah. Ah.
Push it down. You can go move down.
Yeah.
It's fast.
I'm
You're
u-
used to
used to the yeah. Oh, and she did it again.
Would you want to try the controller? Because all you need is one button for your thumb and then.
Yeah, let me try the controller. That's just
So whatever you do, for your left, you're only going to go left and right, okay?
Okay.
That's all you're going to use.
Just the left and right.
Left and right to move the piece left and right, and then if you hit A like this, look at the screen.
Okay, A,
This bottom one right here,
the
the
yellow.
one.
Okay. And this is
Yep,
that
just
way.
move it left and right.
What's
It'll feel a lot
down?
more natural. Yep, you push it. And that should break your muscle memory. Should trick your body a little bit. Does that feel better already?
Yeah. Yes.
Look at it on the controller. Just keep your thumb on that button. It'll always be there. What I should do next time is we should hook up the Wii and do Wii bowling like we used to do too. At your house.
Yeah.
Pushed up again.
Yes, it did.
I could just deactivate that key if you want.
Can't teach no dog new tricks. When he gets fast, it's not going to wait for me.
It took forever to get fast on me though. Every line hurt.
Get me out of here. You did it. Save me.
Forgiven at all, is it? That's not a bad one though. It looks good. It plays good. I was never a huge fan of the instant drop mechanic though. Huh? Alright, I'm gonna do it one more time, see if I can. My 100. You got one line clear. Nah, you're fine. It's my first time. I feel like if we played one Tetris, we played them all, and this is like significantly different, you know? Guess for a YouTube video? I mean, I'm sure we could do like a top 10 Tetris games, in our opinion. But I need to script something up and...
Oh. I don't think so. At least not that I know. So this will be our last one. I'll continue with what I usually do if you want to go hang out with her whenever after we rate this one. We'll go on break for a little bit. I want her to feel alone. And if the bad weather hits the prison, I might be recalled in. No, he didn't. Did your NOAA radar thing go off? Game we can play before we go take care of her. It'll be a surprise game. But another one of your favorites. She's so demanding. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm gonna ding this. You should never get that many of the same pieces in a row. Slow. Like, this isn't going to be inherently challenging. I'm already at 72. That was my fault, actually. Come on, Daddy. she knows when we're doing well at a game, and she's like, nope, I want to be here for this. Please go. I can't do it with her. Alright, that's 87 lines for that. No, you're fine. Alright, so that was the new Tetris. Davina, go! The new Tetris. I'm gonna say that was, I'll say $10 because I collected loose. I got 86 lines, so that's not a beat, but I have a feeling we can go back and do it. You think it's an A? I think it's an A too. I think I'm gonna give it an A minus. This is a... You need to learn to take no for an answer, madam. What do you want? Yeah, you're fine. Yep, she wants in here. That's all she wants. Alright, that was the new Tetris. A minus.
For me,
Yeah, what would you think? See, really?
yeah. Yeah.
That's a $30 game.
I'm not blaming it on
The child. Alright, what did I say? I said... Yeah, I'm keeping that. But I said $10. Was anybody above me? So was I the closest? 375, 374, 4. Yeah, I think I was the closest on that one. I didn't expect it to be an expensive game, you know? Alright, 0.2 good board points. Alright, close your eyes.
Welcome to Bookworm.
There you go. Use your mouse. Just use the mouse up there. Click on classic game. You'll recognize it the minute it starts.
Go.
Do you make words?
Yeah, you don't remember playing this?
No.
Okay, fine. I got another game for you. This is when you used to play on Yahoo all the time. I know you remember this one. Is that one?
Oh. What's the, yeah, you have to hit the green.
I used to play this one all the time too.
Yeah. Oh, man. Probably we have to go mostly for the big, with the one I remember
Actually beat all the stages.
we did. Can't see when you shoot with nothing.
Gotta click on that, right?
Can't shoot that thing that's spinning. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's shooting me. Well, it's on the living room. I just showed it to you. What does it? No, bullshit. Oh, okay.
I can't
She's scared. Oh, ouch. Poor baby.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I'll take over for the night. We tried our best, but Davina's in a mood, and the storm outside is really, really bad, and it's terrifying Davina. I don't think she's ever heard lightning and thunder before, at least where she can remember. So I'm gonna take a quick break, and we'll come back with what we were doing. We had a good time though. At least checking out a few Tetrises. It's always good to play with. You know, the older she gets, I don't want to keep her up as late playing games nonstop because she struggles with it. So we're going to go on a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to be picking up with where we left off for our project, which is an A day, which means today is going to be Dragon Warrior 2. I look forward to continuing it, all right? I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We all know the Nintendo Entertainment System, the little gray box that brought us minutes of excitement, hours of entertainment, and a lifetime of memories. But I wanted to cover something today that some people might not think of: accessories. During the lifespan of the NES, there were some insane accessories created. Some improved upon the controller, some were novelty attempts at standing out, and some were for accessibility. You never really knew what was going to come out. Now, for a long time, almost 9 months, I spent as much time as I could trying to piecemeal together various NES accessories for the purpose of this video. But guess what? It gets expensive really fast. That being said, I don't own all of them, but the topic of today's episode is every NES accessory I can talk about or own for the NES. Let's begin. Now, before we get into this, there are a few different types of NES accessories, many of which can be narrowed down to 6 different groups. Number 1, wired controllers. Number 2, wireless controllers. Number 3, turbo controllers. Number 4, light gun stuff. 5, quality of life accessories. And 6, dumb shit. So I'm going to go through each of these categories and talk about what I can find, and in some cases what I own and what happens when I use them. Cool? Cool. Wired controllers. Now, before we get to the weird stuff, let's talk about the good old-fashioned, simple-ass, comfy controller that is the original NES controller. This is the NES 004. It's the standard controller that was packed in with the NES. It's small, comfortable to use, and has a regular D-pad with a rubber select and start button. The 2 buttons on the right are B and A respectively, and they are bright red, kind of hard to miss them. So many of my childhood memories and quite a few of my adult memories were played on this controller, and I love it. But there was a second version, and it came with the second version of the NES. It was known as the New Style NES, or the NES 101, but the colloquial name is the Top Loader. When they released the New Style NES, they updated the controller to be different. Many people call this the dog bone because it looks like one, true story. Now, I don't have one of these, but one of the issues that a lot of folks mention is that the B and A buttons are at a slanted angle, and that hurts your hand, especially when you have tons of muscle memory for NES games where the buttons are left and right. But when I emulate NES games, I use a SNES controller, so I don't think it'd be any different. Oh well. The next accessory I don't own is actually really expensive. You remember Arkanoid, the Better Breakout? That's what this controller is for. It basically emulated the arcade controls. And I did ask in a previous video a long time ago if the controller operated faster than the NES controller, and many people said that it did to them. Now, in looking at it, it's literally just a knob and a button. I'm assuming the button would be used for the laser power-up if we had it. It's cute and effective, can't complain about it. I do know that the Famicom actually had a second version, and it was like baby blue. It was for Arkanoid 2 Return of Dough, but it was only in Japan. I don't know if it works for the first game, but it might be worth looking into. You know fighting sticks, right? Like Hori? I used to have one. It made playing arcade games on the computer tremendous fun, but what if I told you there existed an arcade controller for the NES? What about the Super Nintendo? What about the Mega Drive? All of those, in combination. What gives? That's what the Battle Station 2 is. It's a multi-platform arcade stick created by Multicoin Australia in 1993, which is awfully late for the NES era. But it did come with adapters for all the consoles I mentioned, plus Commodore 64 and Amiga. To be honest, for what it is, it's kind of a good deal. Low-key, I want to try to find one, but it's a really rare find, which screams to me that some asshole is going to want $10,000 for it. I love joysticks because in platforming games or shooters, it just feels right, you know? I feel it offers more tangible control over the motion of our characters or whatever we're controlling. But if you take the joystick and put it on shitty low-quality plastic and crank a degradable sticker on there with membrane buttons and 2 triggers, you get the Epix 500XJ. So we have this hand-sized hunk of plastic with, like I said, a membrane sticker over it. The start and select buttons are kind of there, and there's also an auto fire button. The B and A buttons are actually on the underside of the controller. And to be honest, this controller was cool for about 5 minutes until the hand cramps happened. If you're playing a game that requires constant hitting of buttons, and you want to make it physically painful, use a 500XJ. Other than that, it's a relatively well-known controller with different versions for Apple II, Commodore 64, and supposedly the 2600. Also, fun fact, it had 2 different releases. I own the Epix 500XJ, but you might have seen this called the Speed King as well, which good for them for changing it, because there's nothing fast about this thing. This one is actually pretty cool. It's a Famicom-styled controller released by Hudson Soft, the same folks who made Bomberman, Bonk, Far East of Eden, tons of products through the year. The Sonosui SSS has a turbo controller capability and a headphone jack at the bottom. The way you get the sound is to plug the RCA cable from your controller into the audio jack. Now, mine doesn't work. I took it apart and it's corroded to shit inside, but if this was working as advertised, this would probably be the coolest controller for the NES of the era. Perhaps one of the most infamous wired controllers out there, the Miracle Piano is a sight to behold. Now, I don't own one because the cost of buying one plus shipping it is fucking horrible. The piano itself is a keyboard with 49 keys. The standard is 88, but for the purpose of teaching people piano basics, you don't really need that big of a piano. The game itself isn't that bad, and between me and you, it does its job as a teaching tool. A lot of people sleep on this game because it's educational, but to me, it's one of the best out there for what it does. Many people know about this being an NES accessory, but the Miracle Piano teaching system also came out for DOS, Genesis, Amiga, Super Nintendo, and the Mac computer. And it was even updated with a program known as the Piano Discovery software. This is a cool thing to own. I just don't. It's time to see what Bandai could contribute to the controller mix, and that is the Mega. The Mega is the #1 most convoluted bullshit controller I've ever seen. This is 100% reinventing the wheel, and for what? We only need 2 red buttons and a D-pad. Start and select would be nice too, but the Mega overcomplicates the hell out of the standard controller. The D-pad is cheap, the A and B buttons feel normal, and the start and select buttons are cheap as fuck too. But the big ones in the top are mode, lock, and level. If you push lock and another button, it locks down that button. You have to manually unlock them if you want to play with that button again. There's also a rapid fire mode which aligns with what a turbo controller does. There's a way to limit ammunition as a challenge with your friends, a timer mode if you want to limit the time you play, a memory mode that remembers password sequences, slow-mo which acts as a slow mode, and a top secret mode. How do we get that? Well, we set it to game 1 mode, push the button as much as we can in 10 seconds, thus unlocking top secret mode, which is a little mini game in the LCD window. The one thing that sucks about this controller is that it's battery operated to the core. With no batteries, this is just a glorified paperweight. Well, I have a power pad, but it doesn't work with any of the games that I have. In fact, out of the 11 games that it supported, only 6 were released in the United States, one of which is one of the most expensive games out there, Stadium Events. So if you want that, just buy World-Class Track Meet. It's the same game, and if you lived in Europe, tough titties, you only had 2 games. Think of the power pad as the granddaddy to the DDR dance mat. It has 2 sides, side A, which has 8 dots, of which 2 are red, and side B, which was more commonly used, with 12 buttons, 6 of which are red and 6 of which are blue. To my knowledge, there aren't that many games that use side A, but it existed in the off chance someone programmed something for it. Again, I don't own any games that are compatible with this, so one day I look forward to making an episode all about this. There were tons of NES-centric products made by Quickshot. In fact, I know off the top of my head 5, each with their own unique aspects. This particular one is the 126, and the only people I could see having fun with this are coaches that had absolute boners for their stopwatch and couldn't isolate work from home. The A and B buttons are on the shoulder, there's this random disc in the bottom, and by the way, that's our D-pad, and we have a start and select bar at the top. It balances over both, and much like the Epix 500, it's kind of counterintuitive. It just gives you hand cramps and the buttons sometimes stick. I'm assuming they're all gunked up with God knows what from the 80s, but they are very cheap plastic buttons. Quickshot may have had their weird controllers, especially with the 126, but their bread and butter involved flight sticks, of which there are a few for the NES. Most of them look like traditional flight sticks, the usual vertical stick with a massively obvious trigger. Top Gun had it, so everything else had to, right? That's what the premise for the Quickshot 1 and 2 were. Both of them were standard, and to my knowledge, there's tons of them that I won't be able to cover. I know there was a baseline Quickshot for the NES, and it was great. I also know that there was a Quickshot 12, which basically looked the same, but the weird one, is the Quickshot Aviator 2. What happened to Aviator 1? Apparently it's on the Sega Master System, probably for Afterburner, but the second one, it was on the NES. It looks like a civil aircraft yoke with a stupid blue ball in the middle just in case you wanted to see your aircraft turning the way you obviously turn the yoke. There's some buttons, and honestly, I kinda want one. Again, there are like 13 Quickshots out there and they're all basically the same thing done 13 times. Everyone had to be different, and that was none the more obvious than with Bishu's Ultimate Super Stick. This was branded as an arcade stick, and it might look like it supports 2 players, but it doesn't. This is a 1-player controller that accommodates either left-handed or right-handed players. It has a dial of speed auto-fire, which is cool, so it's technically a turbo controller. It has a massive joystick in the middle and 2 big-ass red buttons on both sides. I can already tell just by looking at the picture that this thing was 100% uncomfortable to hold. Now, it was released for the NES, but there were versions for the Sega Master System as well as the TurboGrafx 16. There was even a remote control one for the Sega Master System as well. Got a fucking zinger for you here, literally. It was another creation from Bishu, one of 2 different flight stick options that I know. Now the Zinger is much like the Quickshot. It's got 4 suction cups that stopped sucking in the 90s like Maryland Chambers, so good luck getting this on the desk. But for the most part, it works. Sometimes. I noticed that when I played Top Gun, the programming goes dog shit. Sometimes the game even crashes. And that might be because there's something weird going on inside of the controller itself. Hell, I can hear something moving around when I shake it. The controller itself features an auto fire that, believe it or not, is slower than most turbos, and 2 big buttons. And guess what? They do the same thing. Say it with me, kids. It's redundant. The stick also took some Viagra too, because it's stiffer than a broomstick in a hammock, but I guess it would work. There's also another version called the Zoomer. The Zoomer is another one that kind of fits the bill for this as well, but it's presented in a much more traditional yoke, like one you would see for a Cessna. I don't own one, but it looks much more simple than the Zinger. Wireless controllers. Acclaim was fairly big on doing what they could to break into the industry. Hell, they even named themselves Acclaim so that they could be alphabetically above any competitor that started with an A, such as Accolade or the very well-known Activision. Why? Because that's what the creators of Activision did when they left Atari, so some weird tradition was born from it. Now, Acclaim was primarily known for publishing games, but they did create some accessories. The first is the Acclaim Remote Controller, starting off hot by calling out the oppression of wires. Well, we have a controller, and we have an infrared receiver. That receiver gets plugged into the NES, and that's not too bad. Kind of just hangs out there. The controller is thick, just shy of an inch, and it's got a lot going on here. A raised D-pad, a tiny start and select button, and the usual B and A. I find it interesting that there's a power switch. That's nice for power conservation. And I see this triangle thing here. I'm assuming that's a turbo function, but how does it work? Well, we need to open this and put batteries in it, which is going to be hard because I don't think this thing has been opened since the dawn of mankind. Took some prying off with a screwdriver, and these contacts are oxidized to shit. Might need to restore them. But as you can see, it takes 4 AAA batteries. 4! The lights burn out, but it does work. Kind of. Trivia time. Do you know what other household item is battery controlled, uses infrared, and has buttons? A fucking TV remote, which is exactly what this is. Oops. Well, we just talked about Acclaim, and they made another little contraption known as the double player. It's called that because it came with 2 controllers. This looks really different though. It's blue and wireless, which Acclaim never really managed to figure out what the fuck wireless controllers are supposed to do. But to be honest, infrared technology for video gaming really wasn't where it needed to be ambitious or support a third-party controller. But I will say this actually works. Kind of. You have to maintain a line of sight or else it doesn't work. This also runs off of 4 AAA batteries, which are kind of the missionary position of batteries, just boring as hell. The receiver is more efficient though. The problem is the cables are kind of short, so I need to wrap them around the NES to keep it aimed forward. Mine's pretty beat up, and I can tell people had tons of fun with it, and that's the only reason why it's chipped. Next up is Camerica's Freedom Connection. What is it? Well, it's basically a NES satellite. Other controllers used a receiver directly, such as Acclaim's wireless remote and the double player, but not Camerica. No, they wanted you to have the freedom to move around. So how did they do that? Well, we have a receiver. It plugs into player 1 and 2's ports on the NES. The transmitter, well, it's this thing. We plug in the controller and then we we wear it on our belt. Yeah, Arya got a kick out of this. But you know what's crazy? It works really well, like stupid well. I actually really enjoy this. The reach is actually pretty far as long as it has line of sight. It works, which is to be expected. It uses 4 AAA batteries, which obviously won't last too long, but so far this is the best option for wireless play I've seen so far. Also, there's a Freedom deck that's mentioned on Wikipedia, but I can't find it anywhere. So let's talk about 2 more interesting Camerica ripoffs. Ever heard of the Freedom Pad? It's just a carbon copy of Acclaim's remote control. I personally don't own one, and I can't find that many reviews of it. Additionally, Camerica made a Freedom Stick, which is basically a carbon copy of the NES Advantage, but it's wireless and also missing the slowdown button. Behold, the Whizmaster! Emphasis on whiz, this thing fucking sucks. It takes 4 batteries, it's infrared, but to me, it has the worst joystick setup I've encountered on any controller. I tried this, so did Arya, and you really have to crank it down. I'm positive that if I even tried to play anything with this, I would break the controller. It would just snap in half. It's not good at all, which is a shame because you know people probably paid a lot of money for this monstrosity. Turbo controllers. The NES controller was awesome. It fit really well in your hand and it had buttons that were easy to press, but as humans, we were limited in how fast we could push those buttons. So naturally, a turbo function was something that people desired, and Nintendo answered the call with 2 specific controllers, the NES Advantage and the NES Max, and they are both incredibly different. The NES Advantage is kind of big. Chungus! Well, right off the bat, it has a joystick. It also has a B and A button, the size of which reminds me of those old people remotes with the oversized buttons. We have 2 turbo engagement buttons, and we can control the level of turbo with these radial knobs. On the right, we have a way to select between player 1 and 2, but that doesn't make much sense if you're using the NES because this particular item requires both of the controller ports. I'm guessing if you were using an NES 4-square, the multi-tap equivalent for the NES, you could choose a player, but it's kind of moot if you're plugging it into the system. Naturally, we have a start and select button, but the coolest feature of this to me is the slow button. If we push this, it essentially hits start over and over again. It breaks the programming down to frame-by-frame action. And if you're really in the thick of it with games like Xanac or Gradius, push that button. It's like getting an extra chance to react to things. Some call it cheating. I call it I'm having fun, get off my dick. The Advantage is off-putting, but I've actually had tons of fun with it. You do get used to the joystick rather quickly. And while we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at the NES Max. Really different, huh? Not only is it significantly smaller, it's weird. We don't have a traditional D-pad here. Instead, we have a floating, non-self-centering ring that I genuinely don't understand the purpose of. It literally only exists to affect your finger placement. You still need to push down on the black ring to move your character, at least from what I noticed, or maybe I'm just a fucking idiot. It is kind of comfortable, much more portable than the Advantage, but it lacks the ability to control the speed of your turbo, so you're locked into one speed. The buttons feel good, and the select and start, while being smaller, actually kind of fit the aesthetic. I really just couldn't get past the D-pad. This one is interesting. It's a turbo controller named the Innovation Joypad that looks a lot like the Famicom controller in Japan. It has 2 turbo fire buttons that are yellow, and the rest is as it should be. But let's look at the box for a second. See anything weird? This is 100% the box advertising for Nintendo. There's even a seal of quality knockoff in the bottom right corner. But if you look closely, it says this product is not licensed, endorsed, sponsored, or manufactured by Nintendo. So I wonder how many cease and desist letters this thing got. I can't vouch for it, but Innovation as a brand has always had dogshit quality products, most of which were knockoff controllers, so yeah, the price is equal to the quality. Well, Bishu had a zinger and a zoomer, now we have a jammer. This is basically the NES Advantage, and I'm shocked the way they got away with it, but then again, I'm not really shocked, because that's how it was back then. It's basically a ripoff of the NES Advantage, and the only thing it's lacking is that slow button I mentioned earlier. In fact, if you pay attention to the picture, you might notice a critical flaw. There is no way to engage or disengage the auto fire. It's directly tied to what the knob is. So if you want to turn it off, you literally need to pause your game, then dial the knob down, and to me, that's 100% avoided just by buying an NES Advantage. Oh, by the way, Camerica made a jammer style controller too. It's known as the Turbotronic. Same principle, same bullshit, brought to you by Camerica. This one is actually pretty cool. Another product from QuickShot. This time it's for professional players. Why? Well, it says so it has to be true. We have a comically large red joystick, a red B and A button, which between me and you, has a very low threshold when it comes to pressure. I like that, especially in games where I need to hit buttons quickly. We have a slow motion switch, and we have the ability to select whether we want to be player 1 or 2, a slider for the auto fire, and a balanced switch for the start and select. Honestly, this is not a bad accessory. Makes me wonder how this was as a price point against the Max and the Advantage. It works good too. I can't complain. I do want to point out that there was a simplified version of this controller with a D-pad. It's known as the QuickShot 157, and it's essentially the same controller but reconfigured to be a more normal controller, if that makes sense. I really didn't like the idea of the B and A buttons being slotted sideways, but I think I could get used to it. Not gonna lie, when I saw this controller, I immediately thought it was a gimmick, but then I plugged it in and, brother, this controller is oddly satisfying. The key focus of it is that this red flat area where your finger goes, and where your finger is, your character goes. Now, I'm not gonna crack this open to see how it works, but I'm assuming that there's some pressure pad or something underneath where the D-pad is, and that it's quite sensitive. The rest of the buttons do feel cheap, but if you've never experienced controlling a character without a D-pad, it's kind of unique, and I actually enjoy this. I want to check this out with other games that I like and see how it goes. Created by, well, I don't know. It's hard to find information about the TurboTech controller, but it is a Famicom-styled turbo controller. I mean, I assume it would work well. I always felt the aesthetic of Famicom controllers was more comfortable to hold than regular NES controllers. The one thing that this controller has that I haven't seen yet in others is that this controller is one of the ones with that weird screw-in joystick. Do you remember the Gravis PC gamepads? It's a lot like that. You could use the D-pad, which made sense, or you could screw in a very shitty, tiny little joystick that you would probably lose in a week. Your choice. There's another one that's like it called the Zipper, which was made by Bishu, and it's exactly the same with the weird screw-in joystick thing. Light gun stuff. Alright, let's take some time to talk about some light guns. Before we get into it, let's explain how a general light gun works. Light guns work by detecting light changes on the screen. When you pull the trigger, the screen briefly turns black and targets flash white. The Zapper's photodiode sensor detects whether it sees the white target. If it does, the game registers a hit. If not, it's a miss. Everything that is a light gun is derivative on this principle. That's why light guns don't have LCD screens.
Alright, let's do some little bit of late night grinding and we'll cap out our night with that. The weather's really bad. Usually when we get bad weather, the internet drops. I'm already dropping a few frames, but it shouldn't be bad. That Davina gets really scared whenever bad weather happens. I learned that today. I didn't know that she was scared of thunder, but I mean, she's a kiddo, so. Alright. Dragon Warrior 2. Load the game.
Where'd I put my controller? There it is. I think they became less of a thing because shoot 'em up started letting you just shoot fast on principle, you know? Alright, so what's our gear for magic, knife, and leather armor? So, we did vote as a community to allow me to use a map. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get a map up and running for this. We're not using a walkthrough. We're going to try to play this organically, which I'm really down for. Dragon Warrior 2 maps. And we go to Mike's RPG Center for that. Alright, so he was in Left Wind. That's the town we're in right now. Yeah, no, that's the thing that's kind of like fucked off to the wayside. Let's go get some money. I want to make sure that we equip everybody with proper stuff. What does he have? Copper sword, leather armor. Okay. Grindy grind. Brother, what? It is cool to have a party now, because in the first one you didn't have a party, it was just you. Like, you were the one guy killing everybody. Oh, it's got spells, but it's a heal spell. Well, I'm sure once we level them up, we'll get other spells. I think we also voted for supplemental information as well. I don't remember. Was anybody here last night or 2 nights ago when we played this? When we started this? SNES was really good for hockey games. I believe it. I think we just voted on world map, so I'm not going to look up anything yet. No, I didn't need to, because it was in the manual. That's right. So because it was mentioned in the manual, we went ahead and we just looked it up on principle. Yeah, what items did. Have you played this one yet? I think this is a great one. This is way better than Dragon Warrior 1 right now. It's not so much of a... I don't know, it felt like just a constant shitty grind. This actually feels... This feels competitive with Dragon Warrior, or with Final Fantasy, if that makes sense. How are we doing on money? $214 gold? Right. Did it hurt your soul? Oh no! Alright, let's go to the RPG Shrine for this. RPG Shrine, Dragon Warrior 2. I like using supplemental information anyway, just because it's easier to work with stuff, and the game will still be difficult, right? I still have to make, like, choices and shit. Alright, so right now, the way they break it down, it's weird. I'll show y'all. So they have, like, Prince of POL, POC, and POM. So Prince of Canrock is Esga, or whatever his name is, and then McShits is the Prince of Mildenhall. Obviously, in the newer version, it's called Laurasia. I don't know why. Apparently, the U.S. release calls it that. I don't think it is. But, alright, what do we got? So I have a magic knife. Chain sickle would be the best for both of us, but it's really expensive. It's like $390. And then for armor, I do have leather armor. And chainmail is dude, everything's so expensive.
Time to grind for money, bro. This is gonna be a money grind game. I walked outside into a fight. Cool. Dude, Escar is so weak, man. He's level 2? The least you could have done is made him be the same level as me. Final Fantasy figured that out. So now there's going to be an exponential grind once we get the third character. That's silly. Because I'm going to be OP as shit. He's not going to be. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I look forward to playing like the newer Dragon Warriors. They look so cool. They've always looked cool. They have that Akira Toriyama artwork. Loud lightning incoming. Y'all hear that? You heard Davina probably. Poor baby. Now, is it if the leader dies, your party dies? That might be the case, actually. I don't know. I don't want to find it out. I want to try to push. But the good thing is I don't have to keep pressing A. I can just hold down A. I think it's supposed to be Edgar, but they went with Esgar. What spell did he learn? Fireball! He learned Fireball! Esgar needs a heal, though. It's a pretty decent heal for what it is. Alright, I gotta make sure the garage is shut. Yeah, you gotta go in with like a game plan of, hey, this is what my objective is today. I'm just gonna spend all day just working on money and then, you know, save scum forever. Run to the castle, do all that shit just over and over and over and over and over again. For bare bones ass money, dude. You don't get any money in this game. And I'm not going to speed it up. I have the ability to speed it up, and if it gets to that point, like if we're like 3 months down the road and we're like, hey, I really need to get through this, we'll speed it up. But other than that, I don't want to speed grind. I think it kind of takes away from the experience, you know? So I need about 500 gold right now, which is insane to me. What's up, Secret Boss? How are you? Old man, can you update the title? It might still say Tetris. Please. '90s Interview with a Vampire. Oh yeah? Do you like it? Is that the one with Tom Cruise in it? $308 gold. Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas, and Kirsten Dunst. I used to have a crush on Kirsten Dunst. Was that aesthetic that I liked? The people who look like they're high all the time but are like surprisingly charming. I don't know how to explain it. Alright, let's go do an in-game save, get a good heal. You and like half the Western world at the time. She's a cutie pie. Alright, we don't have any keys. Everything in the real world needs a key. And in order to save, I gotta go talk to a king, don't I? Yay. Great. Northward lies the Castle Cannock, my friend. Okay, well, Cannock, I got the Prince of Cannock right here. Bow wow. So should we go talk to my dad to get some insight? Alright, let's look at the map. We're going from... left win, so 2 to 1 Middenhall, which is me. So that's just gonna be to the right. Pass through the swamp without taking any damage. A slime? Those guys are easy. I got 1 XP from it. Yep, called it. And 2 gold. What a magical day. Welcome back, McShits. Okay, so he's not gonna give me any insight? Yes. Yes. So we're just going after Hargan, okay. Where to next? Okay, so spot number 3 is Cannock. We've been to the Spring of Bravery. There's a lake cave over there, but I don't think we need that. We have 6, 7, 8, so we got a little ways to go, but it doesn't make any sense to me. So we went there because we know we got a prince in Moonbrook. We've gone to Cannock. I'm looking at the map right now, kind of just trying to do a game plan. We've seen that. We've been into Spring of Bravery, which is marked as 4. We've gone to Leftwin, that's where our cousin was, which is 5. So I guess it only makes sense that we go, just keep like going through the numbers. 5, the lake cave to the top left. Alright. What do you mean, oof this game? Nothing wrong with it. So far, I don't mind it one bit. I think it's better than Dragon Warrior 1. We should be good on health. Yeah, Escus just doesn't have that much health. Alright, we'll go up to Cannock and we'll cut directly left. Me as a younger gamer had a tough time. Apparently this one's really hard, yeah. Yay! We get ourselves a medical herb. That's all you ever get from the treasure chests. Alright, this is Cannock, right? One was I think you were here for that. Thou hast annihilated the butthole. Wow. Is almost the perfect game? Interesting. Almost. Well, I haven't played it yet, so don't surprise me. So we're gonna buy a fairy wing, because fairy wings will. Is it? Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I'm pretty sure one of these will teleport me back. Fairy water is repel. Wing of the Wyvern lets me go to the last town I saved in. So we'll get a Wing of the Wyvern because that'll keep us a little bit safe if we're trying to, Dude, that's so fucking expensive. Fuck that, man. I'd rather just, like, die and reload a save. Especially since we're grinding for XP and money at the same time right now. You know, you would think the king would give you some insight. He says, with my son's help. Okay, that's the Spring of Bravery. We've already been there. Welcome to Cannock Castle. Fuck you. Alright, so from Cannock, looking at this map, we go, it's just a straight cut west of this little lake. Is it the top side, though? Okay, there is a bridge. One magician. Ooh, he looks scary. Hey, look at that money! Alright, so this is the Lake Cave. Buenos dias. Oh shit. Cobras. Very cool. Damn, a group of 3 cobras is a great little mob set, isn't it? What are we looking for? Hello? Damn. What's up, Nick? Let me turn back on the sound effects. My grandmother was playing with me today, so I didn't want anything, you social deviants, to do anything to offend her. It's flooded here. I think it's gonna get that way for us too. Oh, sweet, an antidote herb. Perfect. I love how my level is pissed off. No, I'm just kidding. Item, Eshka, antidote herb, use on you. Status. That's practical, I guess. The beach is, but damn, I didn't realize the weather got so bad for y'all over there. Today, at least. I better be fighting on a treasure chest. That's silly. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Nice. He seem like very direct drops here. 19 gold. That's not enough for anything. We need to heal up. What's the point of this place? 3 magic ants? Magic ants? Ooh, you assholes. Wake up, McShits. Whoa! That's a lot of XP! That's a lot of gold, too. What a good mob. Nice. That's the ones I want. Damn. Magic ants rock, dude. Oh no, we're on multiple floors. That's never a good sign. Army ants. And they call for backup. Okay. Okay. Whew. Alright, so we always want to take out the magician because they're healers. Ooh. Get rid of that guy, fuck him. Oh. Alright, Esker leveled up. What spell did he learn? Antidote. Very cool. Brother. I want to see some of the strawberry jam my mom and I made. It's next level fish fry. I meant that I would. I'm not trying to coax you into dealing viewer jam. Dealing viewer jam? Dealing jam today, boys. Cinepod? 58 pieces of gold. Nice. I mean, we don't really need antidote herbs anymore unless we want to save our magic. Bum, 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 bum. Not bad. Counter rate is rough. Okay. We got a little bit of a thing to worry about here. Fireball for Big Cobra. There we go. Clean. Nice! It's a lot of XP. We're gonna go ahead and fall back. We know exactly where we need to be, though. This might be an issue. Oh, we got away that time. So our agility is where we need it to be. Good. Let's get the fuck out of here, though. Three big rats, I can take them on. Ow. This sucks. Oh. It's gonna be an antidote. We'll fall back to the castle because that's where we can save. What? I like to play it safe. Now, we will be playing this a lot. This isn't a permanent ace slot where we're in an RPG stop right now. Too many RPGs stacked up in the override list, so we need to make sure that we clear it out. Let's also make sure he's healed. I don't want him dying. Gotta go down through the ravine. Okay, healers suck, man. Healers keep healing themselves. There we go. Oh, yeah. What a little shit. A robust motherfucker. Alright, so it's on the other side of this. Is it Left Wind where they sell the equipment? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, really? It's actually really cool. I think for me it was Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was the same for me. Let's get some gear. They love stacking the double Drakey experience. Oh, really? It's badass. What's not badass is that this game feels like every time you take a step, you gotta wait for the input to start. Alright. I get tired. I've worked really hard lately, so obviously at 3 hours we're gonna stop. Okay, so what do we have right now? Usually I write this down, but I don't know where my notebook went. Okay. Alright, so right now I have a magic knife and leather armor. We definitely want better armor. Leather armor is the baseline. Ooh, it's gonna be loud. I'm waiting for Davina to get scared. Alright, I have 658 gold. We have a chain sickle that both of them can use. That's 390 a pop. We'll at least get the chain sickle for somebody. Because I have the magic knife. That's one below where it is. And he's got a copper sword, which is unacceptable. So let's go ahead and buy a chain sickle. Give it to me. And then we'll kind of move our equipment around. Item, the magic knife, we're going to trade with Eshka. And then for the chain sickle, how do I sell this shit I don't want anymore, though? It's kind of silly, isn't it? Is there no way to sell my equipment? If so, that's kind of fucked. Oh yeah, maybe I can sell them in the item shop. Alright, 268 gold. What will that do for So the chainmail armor is incredibly expensive. In fact, all of the stuff is going to be expensive. But we can get the leather shield for both of them. Oh, okay. Alright, sweet. Alright, so we should be doing better now. Robust! Let's see how much damage that changes for us. Yep. That'll do. Nice. Gotta be close to leveling up, though. In Dragon Warrior 1 I was, but I felt like you kind of had to in Dragon Warrior 1. This one, not so much. Yeah, I mean, the first one was so stupid simple. There's like, what, 2 objectives in that game? At least that's how it felt. Oh no, we're far away. Escar's a little bit closer though. Alright, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I have a very early morning tomorrow, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up right now. Tomorrow we are continuing our Atari conquest, which means that we're going to be getting to an RPG stop fairly quickly for them as we transition into the 90s and when they start failing post the video game crash of 1984. We're going to start seeing Atari broken up, fractured. We're going to see different products. Most of the time, they're not making their own games anymore. They are publishing because they need to get their capital back after that major lawsuit from Warner Brothers. So that's where we're at in Atari's history. We're getting to the point, like I said, where they make a lot of RPGs. They port a lot of RPGs. And we're going to find ourselves in a secondary one when that happens. And when that does happen, we'll just change the company. And we'll bear that in mind. It will be a temporary change. We'll put it up to a vote and see what happens. But it should be fine. Dragon Warrior 2 is going well so far. I can't complain. So far, I think it's A tier for me, S tier, It's old, it's rudimentary, but it's way better than Dragon Slayer on the PC-88. I'll say that much. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to come on over to Twitch. There's a lot more I can do for you, be it sound effects, Streamloots cards, or channel points that I cannot redeem over there. It's just not implemented. And if you're on Twitch, feel free to check out my YouTube. It's a very, very fun time. Tons of video game history, tons of things, top 10 lists, easy watching, things that you can just kind of drive and listen to on your way to work. If you want to guide the raid, feel free to do so at this time. And I do encourage you to subscribe on YouTube and follow on Twitch if you would feel so kind. We're going to go find somebody playing an RPG, which is usually Stealthy Golem. But let's see. Tron, UFO, Hunt, Fortnite, Resident Evil, Spelunky. Nobody's playing an RPG tonight? That's insane to me. No, nobody is. Alright, let's go hang out with Juker. Juker's playing Phantasmagoria. The Juker. Alright, as always, from my family to your family, good energy, good vibes, fortify out, keep the flames hope burning, and the flames of retro gaming burning even stronger. We will be back tomorrow, checking out some Atari stuff, alright? It's always a good time. We're going to have fun. Have a great Monday, though. Finish your week. You finish the weekend strong, start your week strong, right? Have a good day. Where's that fucking scene?
Really thought it was a good idea to play the Elvira games this year. What a fucking idiot. I love Slow Leaf. The goddamn Slow Leaf. As someone who's played them, but the actual book was a mistake. That's not a mistake. It's Fortifier coming in. How's it going? Yo! Good to see ya. We're nearing the end of Phantasmagoria. Good to see ya. We're on day 6. Or chapter 6?